Trump's own health secretary was just put on the spot by Congress over growing concern about Donald Trump's apparent mental decline. Aimed the heated exchange and a spokesperson bailed on that we will get to next. The biggest focus quickly shifted to the president's cognitive fitness, especially after he delivered a statement that left many questioning his state of mind.
Corners. What is a corner store? I've never heard that term. I know what a corner store is, but I've never heard it described, a corner store.
It was challenged in a striking and unexpected way. Representative Mark Donovan, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. before the House and pressed him hard over concern about Trump's mental state, questioning whether he is meeting his duty to remain objective and accountable. Watch the tense exchange, then stick around because there is a bonus clip ahead, including a theory about how Trump's latest bizarre explanation for that viral Jesus image ended up so badly scrambled.
Mr. Secretary, you are the nation's top health official, and I want to talk to you today about the president's mental health. On April 5th at 8 o'clock on the morning of Easter Sunday, President Trump posted this statement on social media. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. An American president used the F word in a Sunday morning message that was seen by millions of people. Mr. Secretary, does this raise concerns for you about the president's mental health?
The president is a bargainer, and he knows how to make good deals.
Mr. Secretary, does this raise questions about the president's mental health to you?
Here's what I would say, that for 2 generations, every American president...
Mr. Secretary, you're being non-responsive. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary, I gather the answer, it does not raise concerns for you. 2 days later, on April 7th, President Trump put out a statement that said, quote, "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will," end quote. Mr. Secretary, the Commander-in-Chief of the United States military is calling for the eradication of an entire civilization. And 5 days later, the president started posting on Truth Social at 9 p.m. at night, continuing until 5 a.m. the next morning, and included an unhinged attack on Pope Leo, claiming Pope Leo was weak on crime. And then, later that day, the next day, President Trump posted this image of himself as Jesus Christ. Mr. Secretary, people across the country and around the world were deeply offended by this blasphemous image. Millions of Americans are questioning this president's mental fitness, his emotional stability, and whether he can carry out the duties of his office. Do you share their concerns about his mental health?
I want to call your attention to the last line of that.
Mr. Secretary, my question was, do you share their concerns about his mental health?
I want to call your attention.
Mr. Secretary, you're not being responsive. Apparently not. Reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary, reclaiming my time. Mr. Chairman, direct a witness. It's my time, Mr. Secretary. You're not being responsive, and apparently you don't share their concerns. We are a nation at war, Mr. Secretary. We need a commander-in-chief that we know has full command of his mental faculties and is emotionally stable as he sends uniformed American men and women into harm's way. Millions of Americans are now wondering if this president is delusional and thinks he is Jesus Christ. Mr. Secretary, given everything that I've shown you today, will you insist that President Trump undergo an assessment of his mental fitness and his emotional stability?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Reclaiming my time absolutely not. I remind you that under the 25th Amendment, you have a duty to remove a president who is physically or mentally unable to discharge his responsibilities under the Constitution. It's your duty. You took an oath to the Constitution, not to President Trump. Mr. Secretary, should President Trump fail a mental fitness test or an evaluation about his mental stability or emotional stability, would you vote to invoke the 25th Amendment?
There hasn't been a president who's more
Mr.
sane.
Secretary, my question is, would you vote
Look at the
to
video
invoke
of
the
President
25th
Biden
Amendment?
this week.
Mr. Secretary,
How
reclaiming my time.
supported.
It's my question,
He's
Mr. Secretary. Would you
thought
invoke the
a guy was
24th Amendment
being
to fail an assessment of his mental stability or emotional
As
stability?
I said, President Trump is the most.
Apparently not, Mr. Secretary. Apparently not. Mr. Secretary, we can all see that this president is mentally unstable, emotionally unstable, and is unfit to lead this country. You, as the nation's top health official, have a particular role here. And you are choosing your loyalty to Donald Trump over your loyalty to the Constitution and keeping the faith with the American people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
On that day, candidates struggle to demonstrate intellectual consistency. It is worth noting that less than 2 years ago, he reportedly described Trump in extremely harsh terms, calling him a terrible human being, the rawest president ever, and even questioning his character. And on the subject of honesty, here is the bonus clip I mentioned about the Trump as Jesus controversy. It features someone with real experience working with dementia patients, offering their perspective on what might explain how Trump's response turned on already strange situation into something even more confusing.
For the second day in a row, the president posts a meme that has Jesus in it. Oh, excuse me, a doctor. He's doing heinous shit like this because he has dementia. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field and 14 years experience working in home health care treating geriatric patients with dementia who can no longer reality test. So let's think through this. Yesterday, he posts a meme of him as Jesus. He totally wanted people to equate him with the Lord. Big guns upstairs. He has no idea why it would be wrong to depict himself as the Lord. Because he doesn't give a shit. He is a malignant narcissist. He doesn't care about religion or faith or Christianity or repentance. He's simply co-opting an identity marker. And if you can co-opt an identity marker of a religious group, they're all fucking fakes anyway. Side note. So he comes back the very next day after fumbling the explanation for the first post by saying, oh, it was me as a doctor, which made no fucking sense. But now we know why, because Caroline Levitt told him to say it was a doctored photo. He comes right back the next day with another meme with Jesus of Nazareth in it. There's no mistaking who the fuck that is, right? This is like calling the first lady ugly one day and then the next day posting that her kids are ugly. The reason he's not afraid to post this is because he has frontotemporal dementia. He can't reality test. He can't even tell, for the sake of his own political power and galvanization of his base, that it's really risky to do this the next day. He doesn't care. And up to this point, MAGA Christians have been dumb as fuck, so there's that. But he can literally just double up, and he's using this identity marker to attack the radical left lunatics or some bullshit. Like I've been saying for months, a malignant narcissist with frontotemporal dementia. We're within an 8-day window where he either aspirates on a Big Mac and leaves the land of the living, because that's the most common form of expiring for a patient with frontotemporal dementia, or they will be forced to impeach him or invoke the 25th Amendment, the process for which has already started, because this dementia behavior is only going to escalate and accelerate. Thank you for your attention to this matter.